Welcome to this Evolve FM video tutorial, creating a grid view for tabular reporting. User-defined grid views are created for easy tabular reporting in Evolve, and any user with proper permission can create and manage their own grid views. So let's take a look in Evolve. We'll be working in the space grid. We'll come up to the grid menu and click Filters to expand the Filters panel. The Filters panel holds the controls for managing and creating your grid views. The Current View Pick List here displays a list of all views available with the active grid. And the Manage View control is used to manage the grid views listed in your pick list here. The All Records and the Simple Space Grid views, these are default Evolve views. They come with Evolve. They are accessible and usable by all users. However, they cannot be edited or removed. So we will begin by creating a vacant space tabular report. So before you begin creating a grid view, be sure to clear any data filters you may have on your grids, whether it's the advanced data filter or a quick search or the filter bar. I also like to begin building my grid views using the All Records view. That way I know I'm getting all of my space columns. So before you begin, make sure you've selected All Records, and then we can close the filter panel for now. Now we begin to lay out the grid in the format that we need for our tabular report. So each column header, if you hover to the right and click, you can expose the column menu. We'll use the column list to turn grid columns on and off as needed for the report. So I'll just work my way down and turn off any of the columns I don't need for my vacant space report. I do need area and plant head counts, but we'll turn off property, and I'll just work my way down the list. The up and down controls here I use, they're at the top and the bottom. I use to move the list up and down. So let's just remove what we need, and we'll take off department. And to close the column menu, just click anywhere outside and it'll close. So these are the columns I need for my vacant space report. So I could just clean it up a little by resizing my columns as needed. Make this a little larger. And I can reposition the columns. So I'd like my available seats column to be my first column. And then my plant head count. And subclass and area, and then we'll leave space ID, building floor, and cost center as is. So now I have my tabular layout. I can also set a default sort. So I'd like to sort my available seats column in descending order. Let's just make that a little bigger. So now I have my layout in my default sort. So if I come back up to the grid menu and click my filters to expand the panel, I'm going to use this Manage View to give my new grid view a name. So I'm going to call this a vacant space report and save that. So now I could switch between my All Records or my Simple Space and always come back to my grid layout that I need for this particular report. Now if I leave the space grid, the next time I come to the grid, notice it's back to my All Records layout. So if I prefer to have my vacant space report as my default grid layout, I could select that report in my current view pick list to make it the active grid layout, then click Manage View, and click the default checkbox, and then click Save. So now if I leave my space grid, the next time I come back to space, my default layout is my vacant space report. So now with the grid layout, I can use my advanced search features to search for the data I need for my report. So I could say I'd like to see all spaces that have an available seat greater than 0. I'd like to see vacant space in the Union Park building. And as I enter 4 characters, it produces a pick list for me. So I'll choose Union Park. And then I'd like to view the vacant space only on the 8th floor. I'm going to choose space subclass to search, and here I just want to look for a vacant space within my cubicle spaces. So I don't want to see it if it's an office type of space, just cubicles. Again, as I type, after the first 4 characters, I'll get a matching pick list. Now I have all different size cubicles, and I actually want to see any vacant space in any type of cubicle. So I'm going to use my wildcard. And if I click apply, now I have a quick tabular report of my vacant space in the Union Park building on floor 8 of all of my different cubicles. And then I can export that out to Excel. So let's clear this filter. Now, if I wanted to rename my report, I want to make sure it's my currently selected grid view. I'll come to Manage View and open up the Manage View dialog and just edit the name and click Save. So now if I go to my pick list, I could see my rename report, but notice I still have the original copy. So rename actually copies the report and gives it the new name. So if you'd like to remove the original, select the original report, so it's the active current view, click Manage View, and click Remove. So now I only have the one. This concludes our Creating a Grid View for Tabular Reporting tutorial. For more information about grid search and filter features in evolve-FM, please visit our corresponding video tutorial. For more information about evolve-FM, please visit our website at www.simplesolutionsfm.com. Thank you for watching.